Dopamine.
Hey bro, remember me? You owe me some money, man. When you gonna pay?
Please, man, give me some time more.
I've given you so much time.
I don't have the money right now.
I need that money right now. I know
Please,
your
man,
family.
please.
I know.
Sorry, man, sorry, please.
Hurt them at
I
any
have
time.
a son for
I
make
don't
living.
care. I don't care about family, man. Just get me my money.
Please, man.
There's so much.
Said managed to run and make a report about that situation. Even though Ashraf's act not directly hit Said, but Said felt threatened.
Elements of assault. There must be a positive act by the defendant, not an omission. The act was intended to cause apprehension of harmful or offensive contact. The act by defendant indeed caused apprehension in the victim that harmful or offensive contact would occur. The plaintiff feel reasonable apprehension of imminent danger, anxiety, or fear. Plaintiff must prove he is at risk of such imminent danger.
Talking about assault, do you know that a statistic from Department of Statistics of Malaysia DOSM shows that almost 11,067 cases of assault reported all around Malaysia in 2025. With all these assault cases happening in Malaysia, the question I may ask is, what is the law govern assault in Malaysia? Aiman?
Said, what are the laws of Malaysia that govern assault?
Oh, when we talk about the law that govern assault in Malaysia, I remember one section in Penal Code, which is section 351 of Penal Code, that says that whoever makes any gesture or any preparation intending or knowing to be likely that the gesture will cause any person present to apprehend that he who makes that gesture or preparation is about to use criminal force to that person is said to commit an assault. So this section lead to the second section, which is the section 385 of the Penal Code. It says that whoever, in order to commit extortion, put any person into fear or attempt to put any person in fear of any injury shall be punished with imprisonment for a term of extend to the 7 years, or with fine, or with whipping, or with any two such of a punishment.
Now, I will talk about English common law principle that we use by the judge in the tort of assault. First, we have the principle established by the case Tuberville and Savage. This case established the element of the mental state of the defendant. It means that the defendant must have the intention when he is commit an assault. Second, the case of R and George. In this case established the principle of the effect on the plaintiff, and also the objective test, which would a reasonable man in the same situation feel the same fear. And lastly, which is the case of Stephen and Myers, where the case established the principle of capability of the defendant to carry out the threat. That's all.
Laju kau lari hari tu. Tak sempat aku nak kejar.
Uish, macam mana kau tahu rumah aku tu?
Hai, lupa ke? Kita kawan lama kot. Macam mana? Hutang aku bila nak bayar?
Kan hari tu aku dah cakap sabar. Sabar dulu, tunggu aku ada duit dulu.
Hai, rumah kau ni aku tengok dah lama. Nak aku tolong cat merah tak?
Kau cuba ugut aku ke?
Hai, kau rasa takut ke? Aku tak buat apa-apa pun sekarang. Cakap je. Based on the situation earlier, the question I may ask is whether a word can be constituted as an assault. Based on the case of Hakimi bin Sabri, the defendant who threatened his mother until his mother fell imminent threat or danger to herself was sentenced to 1 year of imprisonment and a fine not more than 3,000 ringgit. This shows that yes, a word alone itself can be constituted as an assault.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Ali bin Asman, and today we're going through what is the defenses against assault. So first, it is for self-defense. So what is self-defense? Self-defense is when you try to act to protect yourself. So for example, Ali and Ahmad, there's two people here. Ali tried to strike while Ahmad raised his hand. So that means that Ahmad tried to protect himself. So this is considered as a defense against himself. The second defense is defense of others, which means that the defendant act was intended to protect other people from immediate harm. So the third defense against assault is concerned when they agree to the risk of the act which they cannot complain later. So for example, the boxer in boxing match cannot complain or cannot sue for assault if that happened in the ring. So the last defense of assault, which is defense of property, which means that you, as the owner, threat the other person or other people to leave your property, to protect your rights, to protect your property. So what's the difference between assault and battery? So I'm going to explain to you what's four difference in assault and battery. So the first aspect, which is physical contact. In assault, there is no physical contact, while in battery, there is a physical contact. So the second aspect, which is the focus. Assault focus more on fear or threat, while battery focus more on the actual harm or contact by the defendant. So the third aspect, which is victim awareness. In assault, victim must be aware of the act, while in battery, the victim not necessarily need to be aware of the act. So the last aspect that differentiates between the assault and battery is timing. The timing for assault is when the threat happened, while in battery, it is when the contact happened.
This situation showcases the importance of protecting individuals from unlawful interference with their personal security. It also showcases that the law can provide remedies towards accountability and injustice of unlawful acts. Thus, we can see that Ashraf's action constitutes as assault because he fulfills all the elements of assault. Sheikh can bring this case to court for legal action.